roll forwards. And then back, then lift your head up. Stay low. What's up, Ali? What's up, Nat? How you going, Brooklyn? What's up, Magda? What's up, Stevie? What's up, Aaron? I'm glad you've all had such a positive reception to the new addition to the Academy. And head down, roll in. And back to the forehead, then lift the chin up. Keeping the knees wide, keeping the hips back, chin on the mat, forehead on the mat. And from here, roll to the top of the head. And back to the forehead. And then lift that chin up. Hover, rock the hips back and forth. One more time. Forehead, top of the head. Move the hips back and forth. Forehead. And then lift that chin up, chin to the ground. And from here, it's coming up. Now keep one hand out. Hey Lisa, how you going? Take the hand through, slide the arm in and just chill again. Move the hips back and forth, and then come up, hands out, stretch the other arm across. And from here, chill. Again, move the hips back and forth to let the body settle in. And coming up, arm up, chin on the ground, arm across the body, chin down, and then arm up, and then take the other arm across. Just chill for a minute, rock back and forth. We're going to slight amount of movement. And then from here, last set, take the arm across, lean into that shoulder, move the hips. And then switch, arm across. Really reach up and then take that arm back out, chin on the mat. And then walk one hand under the shoulder, other hand under the shoulder, and come back up and down. Little back bend, up, back bend, up, back bend, up, back bend, up, back bend. Now from here, roll the neck, move the hips, and then back to your cat. Back up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hips and neck move together. So we're moving both ends of the spine and then back to the cat. We're rolling the spine up and down. And then from here, neck side to side. Now from here, place the hands, toes on the ground, and from here, keeping the head up, putting the heels on the ground. Now from here, bend the knees, and then from here, lift the knees into the chest and just hold. Now from here, straighten the legs, trying to keep your hands on the ground, your heels on the ground. And from here, bring the knees to the floor. Put the shoulders over your palms and then lift those knees into your chest. And then from here, knees on the ground. Stretch the arms back onto your heels. Head up, heels on the ground as best you can. Wave the hip. And then from here, knees on the ground. Shift the chest back over the palms, and then bring your knees back into your chest. Knees back on the ground. Bring the shoulders away from the palms. and then stretch. And then knees on the floor, chest over the shoulder, shoulders over the palms again, and then bring those knees into the chest. Knees on the ground, stretch back, and then from here, extend the arms and legs. And then from here, knees on the ground, last time, bring the chest over and the shoulders over the palms, and then bring those knees into the chest. And now from here, take the legs back and make like a high plank. So hips tucked in, shoulders locked in, shoulder blade squeeze. And then shift back onto the heels. And then shoulders over the palms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then extend the arms, rock back onto the heels. And then back forward, shoulder blade squeeze. And then here onto the knees and swim through, chest through, and then back, chest through, and then back, chest through, and back, chest through. And now from here, leaving the hands where they are, place one leg outside your hands. Toes pointed, a little belly foot on the back leg. And then from here, just lean in. And now from here, sit back. And now from here, hands in, lean in. Really driving the hip towards the ground. So I'm rotating through my hips. And I come back. Hands on the ground, shoulder blade squeeze. And I walk in. My hands find the ground under my shoulders. My chest is up by lifting my head. And now from here, I'm pushing my knee into my shoulder and I'm dropping my hip in by rotating my hip slightly towards the ground. And I come back. And then walk in. Last one. Rotate that hip, keeping the head up, driving the hips forwards. And back. Chest up, shoulder blade squeeze. Wave the foot. Nice. And now from here, hands on the ground. Bring your knee back. Bring it under your hip. Switch legs. And then lean in, head up. Knee into the elbow, little hug on this leg. And the back leg, I start to rotate the hip, keep my head up, and drive my weight through. And then I sit back. And the whole time just doing little movements, little rotations, little bounces back and forth. And then I come in, my hands are on the inside here, just moving my hips back and forth slowly. Little bounces into that rotation. It's constant movement, head up, shoulders down, and back. Just the little movements, not big bounces. I don't want to put my muscles under duress, but I don't want them knowing that they can move in these positions. Static stretching is dangerous. Dynamic stretching is best, but sometimes we just need to let the muscles have that middle ground. It's not static, it's not dynamic. It's just knowing it can move in these static poses. and back. And then forwards, hands on the ground, last one. Head up, pressure between the knee and the hip and the elbow, rotating. And then back. And from here, place my hands on the ground. I bring my knees in, place one leg out to your side, place the other leg out to your side, extend the legs. Just chill here for a minute while the hips rock side to side. So slight knee bends. It's a very minor knee bend side to side. And now start to exaggerate it a little bit. To take the knee out wide, the hands a little wider. And if you can, put the head up, add just a little bit more pressure. Let's keep this side to side action happening. Now from here, take a rotation. So turn side on. From here, put your knee on the ground, put your hand on the floor, and just rotate up towards the roof. Take some big breaths in and out, all through the nose. And bring the arm under the body. And keep walking it forwards, just dropping that hip in. And then reaching back up. And from here, bring the hands back center, lifting the knee off the floor. Go back to those bends of the knees. And then from here, hands on the ground, make the rotation from here, and then place the hand under the shoulder, lift up to the roof. And then drive the hand through, under the arm, nice rotation, looking at your hand. Then you come back up to the roof. Back down. And up, pushing the hips through, trying to rotate the chest right around. And now from here, plant the feet, hands on the ground, and then make that rotation, heel and toe, elbow pushing into the knee, toes up, just sitting into the heel. And slight movements, that little rotation, that little foot wave will help. And then from here, popping up, center, and then back down, same side. So maintain that same side, driving the weight in, waving the foot. And slight pop up, so heel touches the floor, and then drop back in. And from here, switch sides completely, heel and toe. That knee's constantly getting pressure by the elbow. I put my heel and toes on the floor, and I drop back into it. Heel and toe, little wave. Lowering the body in. And from here back, heel and toe, and back down. And heel and toes on the floor, little knee side to side. And then from here, walk the feet in, and now step one leg back. So I'm in a kneeling position, and then take my front leg. I'm just going to place my knee on the ground. I'm just going to put my elbows on the floor. So lean into it, back leg long, front leg bent. Just roll my chest into my knee. Now from here, I'll place my hands down, lift my chest up. Then I bring my elbows back down, chest down, and I'll stretch my arms out. And this time, back to my elbows, up to my hands. Now bend my back leg, so toes to the roof. So, pressure, nope, boom from here. And then toes down, hands down, elbows down, chest down, stretch the arms. And then from here, elbows, so rock a little bit onto the hands, rock a little bit from here, point the toes, and if you can grab that ankle this time and just chill. And place the foot down, hands down, chest down, elbows down, hands out. And then from here, hands, wave the foot under the body, lower the hip down, kneeling, leg back, lean the hip in, let the toes fold out, and then from here, other side, lower the chest down, elbows down, and then from here, up on your hands, down to your elbows. Then reach the hands out. And bring the elbows under. Bring the hands under. And then from here, coming up, bring the toes back to the roof, heel to hips. And then toes down, elbows, head down, reach the arms. Elbows under the chest, hands under the chest, toes up, and if you can, grab that ankle. Just chill. And then toes down, hands down, elbows down, head down, hands out, and elbows, hands, foot out, leaning to the hip, and then knees in. Just chill here for a second. Good. And switching over to the hips. Table position, hips up, down. Make sure the hands are rotated, pointing towards the hip. hips up. Hips down. And again, hips up. Hips down. And now from here, take one leg and place it into the read the newspaper position. So ankle on top of the thigh, knee pressuring out from here, and then head on the ground. Lift your hip up. And then from here, fold, hug the knee. That's outside, the foot that's on top. Slide the hand through the thigh and the knee, and then hug the knee in and try and get your head on the ground. I'm not the best example for this one. I'm not very flexible this way, but I work on it. And then come back, place the foot on the ground, hands on the ground, lifting the hip up. Hip down, switch the legs, opposite leg, foot on the knee. Knee pressuring out to try and line up with the ankle, but no body weight doing it, it's just its natural weight. And I lift my hips. And I come down. Again, one hand outside onto the knee, one hand through the legs. Now I can start to pull in towards my chest. And from here, foot on the ground, hands on the side, lifting the hips up again, pushing that knee out. And from here, bring the knees into the chest, rocking up, rocking right back, rocking up, rocking right back, rocking up, rocking right back. And now let go of the knees. Just let the knees do the work themselves, but leave the hands on the ground. And cross it and chill. So a little hip and spine movement tonight. Something to try and sit up a little bit taller, try and feel a little bit bigger, but looser in the hips as well. So I hope it helped. It's a routine that I really like, this one. And I've been doing it for a couple of weeks now, but I find it helps a lot with me and my lower back and my hips. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. See you guys later on. I want to finish off. Beautiful. Thank you, Stevie. Thank you, Lisa and